I'm driving south in Virginia towards Front Royal. I'm on 340 South, or West, whatever you want to call it. Where is that light source coming from? That is the south. It's 4:15 in the afternoon. I was up in Maryland. They've been chemtrailing all day long. All day long. Let's see if I can get that any bigger. Where's the light source coming from? That's what I'd like to know. Still traveling south. I think the reason that they were chemtrailing so bad today, worse than ever that I've ever seen. Look at those clouds. Is that wild? What? Look at this light source. This is due south. It even says it on my car. Due south. Light source, where are you coming from? Looks like a sun to me. Since when does the sun set in the south? Crazy. Crazy. Okay, I gotta stop right here. What do you guys think? Tell me. South. 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 Is that crazy? I'm just filming because it's so pretty here. And the sky's like really crazy looking. It's a wild looking sky. One of these days I'm going to capture something really cool. Maybe today's the day. I always have a pretty ride up to Maryland, and I have a beautiful ride back to Virginia. I should go live when I'm coming through here. For the next hour, it's just like a gorgeous drive. Okay, now I'm still going south. There's that light source. Don't anybody tell me about my cross hanging on my car. I don't know. I don't worship that piece of jewelry. I worship the Almighty High. I wonder if anybody else... I know there are some other people that notice the sky. Not many, though. Not many. I'm trying to wake people up a little bit at a time. Some people will never wake up, but it's still good to plant the seeds. Because since I know the truth, that God showed me the truth, I am required, commanded to tell the truth about everything that I know, because God showed it to me. And what good is the truth if you don't tell anybody? You don't keep it to yourself. It's like keeping a secret. You don't do it. Right? Let's see. This is so pretty around here. This is Front Royal, Virginia. It's a little town. It's a lot bigger than where I live. It's got a lot of cool buildings. I want to come up here. We're supposed to have the best pizza at a place called the Melting... I think it's the Melting Pot, but it's not like the Melting Pot in Towson where you go for a romantic dinner and have shish kebabs and fondue and stuff. But there's... Oh, I gotta take a left. I'm just giving you a little tour of Front Royal. And here's the little pizza place up here. It's always crowded, so you know it's good. Yep, the Melting Pot. And then there's supposed to be a really good Thai restaurant here in Front Royal. Some kids running. That's for school. Oh, and there's a really good little fast food place, but it doesn't taste like fast food at all. It's called Spelunkers. That means a cavern explorer. I guess everybody knows that, but with my history, I don't remember anything I learned in school for some strange MK Ultra reason that I'm not even going to talk about, because it doesn't really matter. So, it's a little tour of, keep forgetting, Front Royal. I'm tired. I drove yesterday for my grandson's first birthday. Oh, there's a cop. And, let's see. I drove from 11:30 in the morning, and I had to drop Teddy off at my girlfriend's till I got at his house at 5 o'clock. So I'm a little tired, but that's okay. It's a good tired. My Aunt Lena used to take me to Luray Caverns all the time when I was a little girl. And we probably drove this route. I don't know if there was 81 yet. I think we used to go down 15. They got some cool looking houses here. And of course we have the 5G towers right about here. They put them everywhere. They put them on water towers, But at least there's not as many around here as there is in, like, Maryland, Perry Hall, White Marsh. I've been following this school bus for a while. But, cute little town. That church is really old. I wonder how old these buildings really are, and if they survive the X Factor. And if you want to know about something called Mountains Are Melted Brick Buildings, go check out Truth Seeker 69. She's really funny too. And she'll tell you about it. That's my new truth I'm exploring. So, it's really interesting. After you watch this, every rock you see, you're going to say, that's a melted building. That's melted red brick. If you ever look at any boulders, they're like, I can't even explain it. She'll have to explain it to her. That's her expertise. I don't know what my expertise is. I just make observations about things. And when God shows me a truth, I pass it along. So that just about the whole town. This is the main road though, but it's a cute little town. I mean, this butts right up against the Skyline Drive too. But, use left lane. I like where I live in Stanley. Big old town of 1,600 people. Let's see. Schwann's truck. Only the rich people when I was growing up, were able to afford Schwann's. They're probably doing pretty good business now. Let's see. Yes, Shenandoah River State Park. Here's Skyline Drive. Skyline Caverns coming up. It's starting to rain. Supposed to get some pretty bad storms tonight. Skyline Caverns. If anybody gets a chance, you really have to see the Luray Caverns. It's pretty cool. It's like one of those things you gotta put on your bucket list. It's a cute little town too. There's a couple videos on YouTube about Luray, but now that I've moved down here, as I learned how to say Luray in Baltimore, but it's Luray. Luray. Like L-O-U Ray. Luray. And then about 10 minutes, 10-15 minutes from part of Skyline Drive. And I'm going to go there on Thursday, and I'm going to do maybe a live video. That would be cool. Here's Skyline Caverns, but if you're going to travel this far, you might as well go the extra 35 minutes to go to Luray Caverns. Here's the rocks. I'm going too fast. Let's see, I'm too good. So you can only do your part in trying to you can't make people wake up. They have to do it on their own. When you start to talk to people about the truth, they'll either be very, very interested or they'll run away. So I've had people that run away, especially if you mention God. Always run away if they're like minions and totally against God, they'll run away from you. I guess there was a time I would have done that too. Still learning about stuff. I've been watching Rap the News. He's funny too. But he talks about in the Bible that says, and I don't have the scripture right here, so I'm paraphrasing, that God says you should only worship God and not Jesus. And even Jesus said you only worship the Father. And I'm investigating that, so I'm always learning. Always learning. Nobody knows it all, that's for sure. I don't know much. I don't know much. The more I learn, sometimes the state of the world right now makes my heart heavy. I try just pray about it, but the children, I can't stand to see them being abused by not being able to breathe because they have to wear something on their face. I have to really bite my tongue when I go to the grocery store and I see these children wearing the mask and they can't breathe. Don't get me started. I'm not even going to. I'm not going to. See, I'm still traveling south. And the light source is still directly in front of me. Isn't that so beautiful, though? Even though I don't know what that is. If you watch Rap the News, it's going to be Wormwood, the destroyer, coming in. So, it's always good to, not just... You can listen to somebody, and everybody has their different opinions. So you can form your own opinions by using your discernment on what's the truth and what's not the truth. And if you're seeking God, the only thing you have to do is ask Him to show you the truth. And believe me, you're going to get the truth slapped in your face that it'll make your head spin. Because He will show you the truth. It's not always pretty. The truth isn't really pretty at all. So, if you're truly seeking God and truly seeking the truth, what we need to be doing, because we do the opposite of what the devil does. The devil is the master of all lies, master deceiver. And what we try to do is not deceive but unravel. And we want to see what the truth is. So, some people don't want to know the truth, though, because they're happy in their own little reality that they made for themselves, and they can't get out of it. Or I don't know if God has sent them already the grand delusion where even if he gives them a delusion to believe a lie, which some things don't make sense to me, and I'm still trying to figure them out. When God came to me on my birthday on November 16th, 2017, I guess He gave me a lot of information, me and my son, a lot of information in 12 hours. And it would have, most people would have really flipped out. But since I have been investigating everything that God was showing me for the last 9 months, it didn't faze me because I knew everything I was ever told is a lie. And then I started finding out about my dad, who was, some of you are new here, most of you probably not. I used to make videos all the time, but because I was targeted really bad and I was trying to figure it out, but I'm not giving any of those minions any of my time and effort or energy, because they're not worth it. And you know what? If you ever feel yourself being negative or talking negative, talk yourself right out of it and only talk good stuff. I mean, you're allowed to, you're being targeted by minions. Yeah. You start cussing yourself, that's alright. But what the minions feed on, they actually can't live without anger, anxiety, worry, fretting about things, worrying about tomorrow. God always provides. Whether you know it or not, God always provides for you. I mean, I've had it pretty rough, and I've never been without a meal. I've been homeless, yeah. Never been without a meal. A lot of people can't say that. And he's taking care of me now. Oh, this is a cool park. Shenandoah River State Park. There's another real cool park. That's like an hour from here in West Virginia. It's called Lost River. Never saw so many mushrooms in all my life. But I need a mushroom identification book. Because usually when I'm out hunting for mushrooms, there's no cell service, which is great. Okay. Over that way. There's a long story about that, but I'm not getting into it today. Because the sun was actually setting in the east about 2.5 years ago when I came down here just visiting. It was a pretty tree. And I had to pull over because the sun had already set behind us in the west. And then there was another one. And this was before people were even talking about that. And I'm not I don't like to be called a truther or anything. I just work. I am a critical thinker, always have been. Always got yelled at for always asking why. Imagine that. Why would somebody do that? You're always asking why. It's because I want to know. I want to know things. I want to know the truth about things. I think this little town, it's on the outskirts of Rileyville. Let's see. Public Poop. Shenandoah River's, I think, to the... I don't know if it's to the left or right of me, but... I always like to explore different places. I guess that's why I lived over 60 places. I stopped counting at 60, so it's probably 65 or more. But you get to see a lot of the countryside. Yep, Rileyville is 5. Luray is 14 miles. Let's see. Get to see a lot of the countryside, meet a lot of nice people. But everywhere you go, you gotta have that one. There's always that one. But that doesn't let me spoil it for the rest of the people. I love the town that I live in of Stanley, Virginia. Everybody's so friendly and nice, down to earth. Good people. They're good people. Everybody loves Teddy. And everybody's been so kind to me. So, show you some of the trees. I go to Skyline Drive. The speed limit's only 35, so you can get some nice, good pictures. Probably going to be really crowded, but that's okay. Anybody gets a chance to come down to New Ray, Virginia, make sure to look me up. I know God sent me here. He sent me Teddy too. He sent me my new grandchildren. Compared to my old grandchildren, there's the river down there. Let's see. This is just, if you ever have a chance to move here, it's not very expensive. I mean, I would love to live up near my children and my grandchildren, but I can't rent a house up there. I couldn't get a room in the middle of the city for what I pay for a little cottage. And look at this scenery. This is my scenery like all the time. And this is a busy road. This would be a good weekend to come and see the changing of the leaves. I think it's supposed to rain pretty bad tonight. There's already a lot of leaves on the ground. It sounds so good, like walking through the woods and crunching on the leaves. Daddy likes jumping in the leaves. I'm just giving you the grand tour. 25 minutes. Yeah, the minions have been leaving me alone for a while, and I think it's because I'm not feeding them any energy whatsoever, like none. No energy. So, I guess that's the trick. They couldn't break me. So, see, it's 4:49. Pretty dark already. And for whatever's coming down the pike, only thing I can tell you is food, number one. Well, they're all number one, so you can't even skip any. Water, and then my son says, Mom, it's water. Water and food, heating source, and protection, and prayer. And we must endure to the end. I know a lot of people think that before things get so bad, they're going to be swept up in the sky. That's not what it says in the Bible. It says you must endure to the end. To the end. Not like, okay, it's going to get hard and you're going to think, well, God forgot about me. No, you must endure to the end. Because we're soldiers for God. We're soldiers for God. I don't know how he ended up here in this earth, which is full of demons and pedophiles. I can't even think about it anymore. It's too much going on. It's sad. And I went to a restaurant today in Maryland. I always do. The ladies' room is on the right. I saw a lady go into the left bathroom, and it's like, that's the men's bathroom. Wrong again. It was gender neutral bathrooms. There. It's really cool when the fog is like down in the valley, or like right in the middle of the mountains. And this over here is in my backyard. God has been good to me. I know He sent me to where I live right now. I have my nice garden in the backyard. I'm still getting green peppers. It was a pretty good garden, even though a big branch fell on all my tomato plants and cucumbers, but that's okay. I don't like get angry about anything, really. Only thing I get angry about is the principle of the things. Like anybody abusing children, old people, and animals. Yeah, I can get mad. And I'm allowed to get mad. You're supposed to call out evil. You're not supposed to just ignore it and say, I love evil. No, I don't love evil. I hate evil. And I'm calling them out. In the Bible it says, know thy enemies. Know thy enemies. Why would they say that? And be wise as a serpent and gentle as a dove, too. So, look what's out there. Watch their fruits. Watch their fruits. Whether they have beautiful ripe fruit, or do they have rotten fruit. You'll be able to tell. Just use your discernment. That's a gift from God. So, I guess I've been talking too much today. I'm going to have to turn off the video. Since when I had 2 trachs, the first one was defective, couldn't breathe for 6 hours, type of trach. They had to give me 2 of them, and the first one didn't take. So, and they cut. You only have 2 vocal cords, and they cut one of mine. And I can't believe I can still talk. But with that, the sky, so beautiful. Okay, my friends. Have a great day. God bless. And be the reason somebody smiles today. And God loves you. Each and every one of you. I almost forgot to say that. Now I'm in the little town of Luray. I'm not going down Main Street, but you can see how cool it is. Crossing over Main Street. Look at this old church right there. That's just not like 100 years old. There's no way. Right, like 200 or more. Watch Truth Seeker 69. Whoever's beeping at me, it's not. Usually there's not any beepers around here. And then here's a cool visitor center right here. Oh, it's got love out there. And tires and pumpkins and straw. Most of the time, on the summertime, they have kayaks and stuff. There's a cool shop there. I keep trying to get my goodies in there. They always say they don't have an application. There's a really old bridge there. There's a little place. Walk your dogs, but I like going in the middle of the woods. But they got like a paved area there. So this is my ride home from Luray. I hope you're enjoying the scenery. My holder for my telephone doesn't work. I don't care what kind I buy, it never works. I had the suction cup kind, it was like $15. Doesn't work. park. Little seafood store there. Nice little neighborhoods. Farmland. Melted buildings. I should be a tour guide. People should come down here and I give them tours. Take them to Lake Arrowhead, Shenandoah, mountains. They're out there. They're out there in the yonder. I'm getting tired. Let's see. That's Teddy in the back. He got his little piggy back there. Let's see if you can see him. I don't know if you can see him. That's me. You don't want to see me. Starting to rain. Really old. Really old. Let's see here. It's a little crazy intersection right here. The craziest intersection. Not really. The light source is gone. What? Did you guys hear that? I bought this vehicle used. I have never had OnStar. Never had OnStar. And this is like the third time it says, please push the red button or whatever. I don't know what button. I don't even know where the buttons are. I think up here. To activate your OnStar. They're like already in my car. And I'm targeted. They know where I am all the time. All the time. And I don't care. I think there's people that are watchers for believers of God. And they're called the watchers, I think. Not exactly. I'm not too smart about the Bible or anything else for that matter, but there's watchers that watch us, and they can watch me all the time. One time I had my friend Candace come down, and she said she had a dream. It was so funny. And she said, like, the watchers, this one guy, he was a watcher, but I don't know if she had a dream about it or what. I guess she did. And he was wearing like a suit, and he had this watch, big watch on, and he was watching, and he's like, she's smoking a cigarette. She's smoking a cigarette. Or she's taking a sip of wine. So if I'm ever doing those things, I say, taking a sip of wine. They can watch me all they want. They can't get my soul. They cannot get my soul for sure. That's why the devil was so mad. Man, after God came to me, the devil was so mad. And let me tell you, I got a story about how I played cards with the devil. My game, Gin Rummy, was going to try to beat me at my own game. He was so mad I beat him. It was at Shepherd Pratt, by the way. I played cards with the devil. That was one heck of a trip there. I was okay when I went to Shepherd Brad, as long as I worked on the devil's side. But as soon as I turned to God's side, boy, did those demons come out. Boy, did those demons come out. I could write a whole book about my, 20 days in there. And they said they committed me because I was too religious. I'm not kidding. I'm not kidding you. I could write a book. I'll have to do a whole series on that. So, well, I'm sure you don't want to just look at raindrops, but this is the road that I go home to. So, when I drive up to Baltimore, I get culture shock as soon as I get on 695. So much traffic. So, I'm so used to this now. I've lived down here for 2 years, and I love it. Talk to you later.